Erroneous, we are. What's up, guys? Your boy McKinley Crain here, and I recently got the opportunity to see Injustice 2021 a little early, and I've seen it. I saw it 3 days ago on Tuesday. I just haven't had time to do my review into my spoiler-free movie review until now. And so now I'm going to be doing my spoiler-free movie review of Injustice 2021. Now let's get into it. By the way, I apologize for the noise in the background. Just annoying people living in the same household as me. Okay. I'm feeling like a little tired right now. Apologize for that. Anyway, I really enjoyed this movie. A lot of other people, well, some other people have seen this movie early too. Like, there have been some DC fans who have seen this early too, and have mixed reactions on it. Like, some people who have seen this movie hate it, but some people who have seen this movie really love it. And I'm one of those people who really loves it. Now, I'm going to explain why later in this video. Anyway, let's get on to the plot. So, this movie takes place in an alternate DC universe where Joker kills, and that's not even a spoiler, everybody, that's just the basic plot. That's just the basic, plot of this movie. Where Joker kills Lois Lane and pisses off Superman. And not only pisses him off, but makes him really angry, but pisses him off to the point where he kills the Joker, and he becomes this fascist, just totalitarian. I don't even think I said that right, but just this fascist, just kind of dictator, if you know what I mean. Well, honestly, not really like a dictator to the extreme, but he basically decides that he's done letting people have freedom. It's too much of a risk, and he must take over the US government and just do his best to make sure not a single crime is ever committed again. He's just like, I'm done with this stuff. I'm done with this. I can't do this anymore. And that makes for a very interesting story, which just makes everything that happens in this movie satisfying, and it just makes sense. It just makes everything make more sense, if that makes sense. Anyway, and of course, a lot of the other Justice League members are against that, and like almost everybody else in this movie is like against the whole idea of Superman becoming a fascist dictator. And who wouldn't be? I mean, of course I wasn't rooting for Superman. And the thing is, Superman, like, in this movie has good intentions, but like, you know, he's just not doing it the right way, if that makes sense. He's doing it in like he's trying to do good things in like the worst way possible by doing bad things. And as this movie just goes on, we watch this universe's Clark Kent, aka Superman, just become even more unlike the way he was, and even more unlike the way he was. And we just watch him descend into just kind of like insane territory, if that makes sense. Well, not exactly insane, but like, of course he can still function, but like, you know, his ideas are insane, and his logic of what right and wrong is, what right and wrong are, is just insane. And it makes, once again, it makes for an awesome movie. And part of the reason why this movie is so awesome, well, some of the reasons why this movie is so awesome, is because of just how real, just realistic the character chemistry is. Like, I can feel like there's actually some really good character chemistry in this movie. Like, I could feel the character chemistry between Superman and Lois, and when she died, and that's, once again, that's not a spoiler. When she died and Superman just found out about that, I could feel, this movie made me feel exactly, well, not exactly what he was feeling, because obviously, like, it's just a movie, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying. Like, nobody I knew actually died, but you know what I'm saying. This movie made me feel and know what he was feeling, and it does that with a lot of characters. It's very good at making you feel what they're feeling and understand where they're coming from with certain ideas and motivations, which is awesome. And it just makes the story even better. And I could just feel the intensity of every single scene in this movie, and I could just feel the consequences of certain choices made in this movie, and they made sense too. This movie it's one of those movies that doesn't play it safe in a good way, of course. It takes risks in a good way and for good reasons. And it's a very cleverly written movie. It's got a lot of good writing, and it's got a lot of just powerful, touching, emotional, just heartbreaking, shocking, just... What I'm saying is that this movie makes you feel almost every emotion ever. and it does so. Well, not every emotion ever. I mean, it doesn't like scare you, but it makes you feel like a lot of emotions, and it does so perfectly and satisfyingly, and just in a very awesome way. And this movie exceeded my expectations a lot. I expected it to be a great movie, but I didn't expect it to be as great as it was. I did not expect it to be perfect, and it ended up being a perfect movie. And it's in my top 10 favorite DC animated movies. It's just awesome, and it pays a lot of credit to source material and doesn't betray it, and just really fleshes out its characters. Oh, and it has really great action too, and some killer animation. And I really like the addition of the darker tone. This movie has a darker tone than most DC animated movies. I mean, most of them are dark, but like not nearly as dark as this one. And that worked for this movie. And everything just worked. And one more thing. The characters in this movie are not only great, but they're like, I know I already basically said this. Like I said, they were like fleshed out characters, but like they're three-dimensional, which is basically the same thing, but I just kind of feel like I had to say that again. Had to get the point across again, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm going to give this movie a 100% out of 100%, which is the equivalent of an A+. Like, subscribe, join the notification squad. I will return.